Hello, Algebra 1 students. We are in Unit 3, Tier 2, Lesson 3b, transforming absolute value functions horizontally from an equation. So let's check off our booklet. Here we are in Tier 2, Lesson 3b, transforming absolute value functions horizontally with an equation. Recall that the parent function here, which is in purple, has the equation of f of x equals the absolute value of x. And now let's look at the blue absolute value function that's been shifted. And if we come down here and look, it's been shifted 2 units to the right. So all the key points like we talked about in the last lesson have been shifted 2 units to the right. But when we think about it as an equation, we want to recall that horizontal translations have a shift that's always inside of the mathematical bounding system. So like with absolute values inside these 2 bars. And remember, the translations are opposite or reversed from what we would logically think first. So if this one's going right to, this blue one, if it's going right to, it's going to definitely be a negative 2 because that's opposite of what we think. Because if we go right, we would think plus, and then our variable would be in there with it would be x, and it would be inside the bars. And then using our function notation would just be f of x equals the absolute value of x minus 2. So then we could say the absolute value function f of x equals x minus 2 has been shifted or translated right 2 units with every key point. If we kind of combine our thinking from the last lesson, lesson A, and this lesson, lesson B. Now let's look at the red absolute value function, which is right here. And if we zoom in, we can see that it's been moved back 2 times. Well, using this logic here, that it's going to be opposite or reversed of what we think. Well, we would think if it went back 2, we would think it would be a negative 2, but because it's opposite, it's definitely going to be a plus. And then remember, it's always inside the bounding symbols with the variable x. And then to write it in function notation, we use f of x equals the absolute value of x plus 2. Then we could say the absolute value function f of x equals x plus 2 has been shifted or translated left 2 units with every key point. So the big thing with this is just to understand that it's going to be inside the bars with the variable, and it's going to be opposite or reversed of what you think. Good luck on your practice sets.